Welcome everybody and thank you for being here today with Intersolar 2026 and Review Energy. We are here with Solar Steel and to talk about this amazing company 1 year again. We have the pleasure to say hello to Dharma Martin, Deputy CEO of the company.
Hello, Kata.
How are you?
Good. Thank
Well, Dharma, you have a lot of news in the industry right now. You come as a leading tracker supplier in Spain and one of the key players in Europe.
you. Yeah.
What means for you? Let's talk about the process to become one of the most important suppliers in the industry right now.
Well, our aim is always to be a relevant player in the market. We belong to a huge industrial corporation, a long-standing family-owned corporation. And this has been recurrent because we have been always in the top during the last years. And I would say that we are not one of the most relevant European suppliers, but regarding the comprehensive ranking, we are the most relevant one nowadays, so from Europe.
So congratulations also because it's a huge step in the industry. We now have that there's a lot of competitive things in the industry. But from that point of view, what do you think is the role of engineering capabilities in the industry to overcome those competitors or challenges right now?
Well, it's a very complex environment, particularly this decade. It has been really challenging for us because of the geopolitical issues that are impacting supply chains and so on. And also there are many competitors trying to approach the solar tracker markets. From my point of view, there are a lot of competitors, probably not all of them bankable.
Yeah.
At least from the perspective we understand that. So we always pay very much care and attention to what our customers have to say regarding the products and services we provide. We take that very seriously and we implement that into our these product design life cycles. And also when we consider the development and the evolvement of the services that we can provide. And yeah, we are basically dedicating a lot of time to that and dedicating resources to R&D and to understanding the global environment in order to be as ready as possible and with this long-term view that we have. So that's, I think, it's the most differentiating factor that we have.
Let's go deeper because you also mentioned your capabilities in the industry and how you help the developers to do this. But also, we need to talk about bankability and we need to talk about this industrial scalability in the industry because we know that it's not only important the design of the project but also the bankability and the final results of that. So how are you working on it and how are you helping the developers to do that, to be more specific in that topic?
I would say that bankability is our natural language.
Okay.
Being, as I said, a family-owned company, in solar active for more than 2 decades, in the industry for 7 decades so far. So we are always aiming for the long term. That's how we build the relationships with our customers.
Yeah.
And bankability, it's, as I said, our natural language. We try to always work looking at the long term, dedicating the resources in order to build and supply to the market products that will last for many decades. And we are not looking just at trying to achieve very large volumes in terms of products that we sell in a yearly basis. We are looking to supply reliable products. In fact, our motto is your most reliable partner in the industry, I would say. I think we have demonstrated that so far, and we have a reputation. So we, let's say, pay very much respect to the warranties, to the after-sales services. But you cannot lose the train of being competitive in the short term as well, and also paying attention to what your customers have to say regarding the product demands other than the good pricing.
In that context, how you match these technical innovations and operational robustness in this market because are different but they are involved in the same time?
Yeah, they are really linked to one another. I would say that innovation, as well as this long-term vision, needs to be at your core. Needs to be something, let's say, fundamental in what you do in this business, in the solar business, because it's extremely competitive, this market. And it is for us. We dedicate a lot of resources from our P&L. We have a strong line of cost, just dedicated to R&D. You need to let the teams work with enough time in order to test sufficiently the different solutions in terms of products and services that we are supplying to the market. And and also I would say that you need to dedicate as well enough time to test product designs and evolutions before launching them at massive volumes, I would say.
Finally, in the path of the future, when we talk about the industry, it goes faster than laws, than regulation, but we know solar still is faster than the industry also. What do you think it's going to be the future of the trackers? What's going to be the future, but also in Europe? What's your bet on the market right now?
Well, European market, it's like many markets, many different markets. Every country is different. Europe as a whole is making our lives more complicated in terms of supply because of certain regulations like the CBAM or these safeguard measures that they are implemented in, which finally in the end they are tariffs. They are becoming tariffs, so you need to be ready. You need to have a robust and dense network of suppliers and also control your own facilities, as it is in our case. In order to be ready, you need to implement all that market knowledge in your strategic plans and in your budgets and so on, and work in different scenarios in order to be ready. Sometimes people can think you can be conservative. I think we are looking for the long term, and we are looking to become and be and demonstrate that we are a reliable supplier that is not failing no matter the circumstances. So we are here for that, for the long term. And I think Europe, it is still very promising because there is a lot to do in terms of solar. I think the battery deployment for sure it's going to help. The electrification of demand is going to help, and that's gonna boost the demand in some, I would say, already mature or nowadays saturated markets. So we are looking into that, but also in new markets outside Europe as well.
Wow. I know it's important. And I know the market is going to be growing so fast, and you're going to be there. Thank you so much for being here today with us in the cameras of Review Energy. It is always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Kata. Same for me, a pleasure.
Thank you.